Hey VCE HHD students, my name's Andy. I'm a VCE Health and Human Development teacher. In this short video, we're going to look at answering the 2022 VCE HHD exam, question number 3. Before we dive into question number 3, just a reminder that the Health Resources Hub YouTube channel, a new video like this one is coming out each day between now and the HHD exam this year. So over 100 videos now available on that YouTube channel, so make sure you check those out and let your friends know if they subscribe also. They can access all of those videos. You can see there our social media links if you'd like to follow us, get alerts to the new videos coming out each day, as well as HHD advice and exam tips. You can see there our email if you've got any questions or suggestions for videos you'd like me to work on. So 3A, was worth 2 marks in the 2022 exam. It asked you to outline 2 aspects of the NDIS. So there's a range of different things you could have said to achieve 2 marks here. I always say to my students for 2-mark questions, I try to have 2 clear sentences or 2 clear points, because it's always easier for an examiner to allocate 2 marks when there's 2 clear points. So you could have said things like the NDIS covers or supports Australians who have a permanent and significant disability. You could have mentioned it provides things like assistive technology and equipment to participants. It allows participants to interact, and participate in the social and economic life of their community. We could have talked about how it allows individuals with a disability to lead an ordinary life. So those were just a few things you could have touched on. B for 4 marks was asking you to describe how the NDIS promotes health and well-being in terms of equity and access. So I'd highlight in any question, where health and well-being is mentioned, because you need to remind yourself that you should be linking into dimensions of health and well-being, as part of that answer. So here you had to give an example of equity and then link on to a dimension of health and well-being. An example of access and link on to the health and well-being. Obviously that's relevant to the NDIS. So for equity, you could have said something along the lines of those with more significant disabilities receive greater funding as part of their individual plan, which might help individuals feel like their needs are being considered and met, and that means that they feel like they're more likely to belong in a community, which might promote their sense of spiritual health and well-being, their connection to community and belonging. For access, you could have talked about how the NDIS ensures individuals are able to access things like transport, to participate, say, in the social life of their community by getting transport perhaps to, say, community sport, or work, where they're able to develop relationships with other individuals, which promotes their social health and well-being. So an example, of equity and access relevant to NDIS, and then linking that to a dimension of health and well-being. You can see this was a challenging question for students in 2022, with only 8% of the state able to achieve 4 marks. You can see there that the examiner's report said that students needed to demonstrate how an aspect of the NDIS reflects equity access and make a meaningful link to a dimension of health and well-being. And they gave an example that stating that the NDIS can provide resources such as wheelchairs doesn't necessarily demonstrate equity or access, so it has to be clear how it related into those. So make sure that you can do this for all aspects of the healthcare system. So a similar question could come up in relation to Medicare, the PBS or private health insurance. And so you need to be able to do this for equity, access, sustainability, and affordability also. So that's something that's worth going back and practicing. Hopefully you found that useful. A reminder, Health Resources Hub YouTube channel, our social media links, our email. Thanks so much.